I am going to be answering the questions for the Virtual Homeschool Co-op's Summer Tag. You can find out more information below in the description. Basically, it's just a bunch of homeschoolers who are providing their answers via YouTube to a number of questions regarding how they homeschool during the summer. I have tried to film this video last night. It was beautiful. It was perfect. The lighting was wonderful. And the wind was apparently very, very noisy. So, you couldn't hear a word I said because of the wind and I couldn't fix it. So, I'm doing it now. But it's raining, which you may or may not be able to hear. But the lighting's still pretty nice. And my view is really, really quite beautiful. So this is my view off the porch today while I'm sitting here recording this. So, to answer the questions for the tag, do we use any curriculum during the summer? Not specifically, though this year my daughter had a number of workbooks that she had been working on this last year that she was not through completing, and I told her that I was cool with her being done for the year, and she made it a personal goal that she wanted to finish them all. So on any days that we had light schedules with other activities, I'd say, hey, today'd be a good day to do school, and she would kind of just take it upon herself to finish out her workbooks, and I think she has one that's still in progress with maybe one assignment, which I will probably have her finish today. Do we have any particular day that we start and stop, and is it the same every year? We don't really have an end date because we just kind of roll with school till school peters out every year. And it changes from year to year based on what's going on in our life. And that's kind of the same thing with our start date, though it is determined. That way I have a deadline of when to get things rolling. But I don't determine that, it has to be the same every year. This year it's going to be August 15th just because that's what seemed to work with our schedule, and that's where I started my basis for planning when I picked randomly a day, because I can do that. Do we have any end-of-year traditions? No, we don't have end-of-year traditions, because like I said, I don't know it's the end of the year till the year's over. And really, is there an end of the year? Because then one year doesn't really end till the next one begins, because, it just kind of rolls. Do we schedule? I am working at becoming more scheduled. I like to look at it as being a little bit more routine, like doing things in a certain order and on a particular day, but I have a really difficult time with doing things at a particular time because I have a 2.5-year-old. So, you never know what's going to come up. It is a little better now that all 3 kids are weaned and everything. I'm not dealing with on-demand nursing, or everyone's out of diapers, so we're not dealing with that, though. Early toilet use is almost as bad and somewhat more time dependent than diaper changes. So we just kind of work through what needs to be done. I am working on becoming more scheduled and planning out better my day and how I'm spending my time. So that is going to factor in this year, and this summer it has already factored into how the kids are spending their time and working on spending it in more productive blocks of time and using more intention with that. As far as going on vacation, we have gone camping. We would like to be going camping more, but it got really, really hot. And right now, the lake where we like to take our boat out currently has blue-green algae, so that's out. So we're kind of looking at maybe going camping a few more times in the spring, or in the fall, as the weather cools down some. And I don't think we're going to go anywhere this year, at least not during the summertime. I don't like traveling when everybody else travels because I don't really like crowds and I don't really like dealing with other people. So we tend to try and travel in the off season. We will probably be heading out to California in the fall to visit family because all our family is in California and we are in Kansas. Do we do any organized summer activities? Yes. Speaking of being around people, all of the, public school families around here try and squish all the summer fun into a 6 or 8 week period, and so we have to go along for the ride with that. In previous years, I've actually tried schooling year-round with intention and scheduling us to school during the summer, and we figured out that with the summer programs, the way that they are scheduled around the public school schedule, that it is in our best interest to have a lighter time in the summer. That way we can take advantage of the activities we want to do and not feel overwhelmed. So we do summer reading program for all 3 kids, and then my daughter is taking some lessons. Both of those take place at a town that's about 30 minutes away from us, so it's an hour drive every day that we have activities. Do we have a summer reading list or specified reading time? They're what my air conditioner. Not really. We read a lot I always have built into my daughter's schedule, like, required reading time of 15 minutes a day, just so it shows that I'm keeping track. But she reads, basically she will read rather than do anything else. So there is no problem with that. And they had some reading incentives at the library and stuff, which the kids all easily did. And as far as a reading list, this summer, nothing necessarily. I've been trying to do more read-alouds. We are working our way through A Long Way from Chicago with our Brave Writer curriculum that we're test driving this summer. Do we have any goals for summer? Our goal has been to try things out, to figure out how to implement some new systems for next year. So we've been kind of working on instituting with greater intention the aspects of the Brave Writer lifestyle. So scheduling out which days we're going to attack each of the concepts, and that has helped me to execute them more. We've also been working on cleaning the house and just getting a better life plan of how to accomplish all the household tasks on top of school and other endeavors. And do I have a favorite part of summer? Yes, my favorite part of summer is when it's over. I don't like summer. I don't like the weather. I don't like all of the, like, fun everybody's supposed to be having. Not my thing. So I am more than looking forward to summer being over. The only good part about summer is this is when the garden is growing and things are starting to come in, so we're having fresh vegetables, and that has been wonderful. And that also means it's the beginning of my canning season, so that part is exciting. So I guess I don't dislike everything about summer, but I am definitely looking forward to fall. And as far as bedtimes, we do the same thing we do during the year, which is that our day kind of just rolls till bedtime happens. There is kind of a routine to it. I'm not a super stickler for time because it depends a lot on afternoon naps, what time that all happens. But the kids tend to be in bed sometime between 9:30 and 10:30, depending. And being in bed and being asleep are two different things when you have a 7, a 4, and a 2.5-year-old. My husband works the night shift from midnight to 8 a.m. So as far as sleeping in, I just encourage the kids to sleep as long as they will. Because we have breakfast after he gets home, and then we start our day all together and do our daytime things together. But I have been trying to get up earlier, so I've started having an alarm, which, has been somewhat easier since the sun is up. But I don't really know as far as bedtime. We just kind of roll with it, as with most things. Sleep happens when sleep happens. We do try and encourage everybody to have an afternoon nap, though, so that way they can have energy to have a decent evening. So those are my answers to these questions. If you have any more questions for me, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and go over and check out the virtual homeschool co-op, which I will also have a link to, and see what other people's responses were. It's been pretty interesting to see what goes on all around the country. So talk to you later. Bye!